Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jeff Higgins from Higgins Storm Chasing. It is Tuesday, the 14th of June, 2016. Okay, in this video, we will forecast the widespread rain event for New South Wales and Queensland with potential east coast low developing off New South Wales. All right, well, sitting here this month, we were looking forward to forecasting some snow through northern tablelands in New South Wales and maybe even in parts of southern Queensland for us keen snow chasers to go down and have a look at. But here we are finding ourselves forecasting back-to-back rain events and possible east coast lows for eastern Australia. It's quite ironic, but it's good to see. Obviously, these areas through Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria and Tasmania have been suffering severe rainfall deficiencies over the past few years. So we will certainly take rain over snow at this stage. All right, on the weather zone, water vapour and radar loop, you can see a feature over here in southern Western Australia. There's a big low pressure system there. That's the one we'll be watching. That's the one that's expected to track across South Australia into western New South Wales and then develops another low into Queensland, East Coast low, New South Wales. It's not expected to reach over here until about Friday. But anyway, we'll work through the models and have a look at that now. If we flick over here to the Bureau of Meteorology's next 4-day rainfall outlook, you can see that most of the rainfall activity is focused through southern WA, South Australia and western New South Wales and Victoria, western Tasmania, with most parts of eastern New South Wales and Queensland remaining relatively light on falls. During this period through Queensland, we'll see onshore winds maintaining shower activity. And that's certainly been the case, which has already been occurring. Righto, so it's the next 4-day block after that. I think that's from Friday onwards, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Particularly those 3 days this is when we expect to see the system really ramp up rainfall activity through the southern half of Queensland and eastern 3/4 of New South Wales, possibly down to eastern Victoria and Tasmania as well. I will mention that this system is quite different in the previous East Coast low, which tracked all the way from roundabout Sunshine Coast all the way down the New South Wales coast and smashed into northern Tasmania, producing floods all the way down the coast. This system is actually quite different to that. Even though we do expect an East Coast low to form here somewhere south of Newcastle, it doesn't track all the way down the coast. So the areas of enhanced rainfall activity don't cover a really large area. What we are confident in is widespread rainfall to occur over southern half of Queensland and in New South Wales now, so you can see it there, but it's quite a different system. The only concerns that we may have for this stage with the East Coast low is anywhere areas south of about Newcastle, coastal and adjacent inland parts, down the southeast New South Wales coast for this low to develop, which greatly enhances rainfall activity through that area, no matter where it develops, whether it's at Coffs, it'll be on the south side. So it's a bit far out at this stage. Obviously, we're Tuesday. This is not until Monday this is expected to develop, or we'll move on to that. But at this stage, the positioning is somewhere along that New South Wales coastline, most likely on Monday and most likely near Sydney. So it's a bit of a heads up for those people down here. Obviously, they've already endured some significant flooding there 2 weeks ago. So certainly keep an eye out on forecasts as they are upcoming and they become amended. Right, so let's have a look at another model here. This is GEFS, combination of a lot of models from GFS, the Canadian systems. You can see that large areas again through southern inland Queensland and eastern New South Wales are forecast rain. This is for about the next 7 days. You can see areas there anywhere from 15 mil right up to about 60, 70. With that pocket down here, I mean, this model is also picking up the East Coast low down here as well, so enhanced rainfall up to 100 there. At this stage, this sort of rainfall right across these regions through northern New South Wales and Queensland won't affect anyone. It'll be quite welcome. Certainly any follow-up rain through the region. I know the Darling Downs missed out a lot on the last system, up to about 15 mils through there, where coastal regions got hit and inland regions got hit. Now we've seen this week central West Queensland has had about 100 mils. So there are areas that are missing out, central West, northern, and all that. But remember, it's June. These systems are a bonus to bring rainfall at this time of year. They are quite typical, if you like, to develop. We normally do get 1 or 2 of them at this time of the year due to the cold air coming up, and I'll show you that in a minute, mixing with the remnants of warm ocean temperatures feeding in. So you can see there quite a big rain area coming, and good falls through South Australia as well. They'll take any rain they can get at any time of the year. All right, what have I got loaded here? Just another rainfall chart, guys. This is via BSCH. This is an OCF model. It's conservative. It shows you 24-hour rainfall outputs. These are for Thursday, so you can see the activity moving there through South Australia, Western New South Wales and Victoria on Thursday. If we progress on to Friday, the system does a few funny things on Friday and Saturday. We'll move on to that. It certainly does maintain some rainfall activity. You can see there anywhere from Alice Springs down in through southwest Queensland into New South Wales on Friday. We progress through Saturdays when things really start to ramp up, Saturday and Sunday obviously, especially through Queensland and northern New South Wales as a new surface low develops here with an upper low in place. And then as we progress out to Sunday, things generally shift towards the east, and obviously areas through eastern New South Wales increase in rainfall activity on Sunday, and it's the same from about Mackay south, particularly Rockhampton south, and that's in southeast Queensland, when Brisbane and southeast Queensland districts will see the heaviest rainfall is on Sunday. So keep that in mind, guys. And then on Monday things start to clear out. But being this model takes on board a lot of data from various models, so at this stage on Monday it's not quite picking up this east coast low. It's going to wait until all the models agree on it, and then it'll start to punch out some totals around here. But certainly the heavyweight models are showing an east coast low developing. That would be EC and GFS, which are our go-to models for any sort of weather setups. They are renowned to be some of the most accurate. 7 minutes already. All right, so here we have Tuesday. This is current. You can see the upper low there. This is 500 millibar temperatures, about 18,000 feet, minus 22. That's what we look for, cold pockets of air. All right, so you can see it over there in southwest WA, and it obviously tracks across into South Australia during late Wednesday into Thursday, producing rain and storm activity, and then pushes into New South Wales and southern Queensland on Friday. You can see it broadens out on Friday. It does a few little odd things here, but that's all right. We'll allow models to show some funny things at this time, being a little bit far out. On Saturday, you can see the upper level trough. It washes out from a low and just becomes a general upper level trough. So a broad area of cold air over South Australia, New South Wales, Victoria, southern Queensland. And then on Sunday, it takes on a more defined shape of an upper level low feature over southern Queensland and New South Wales. Remember, these are the mid to upper levels, and there it is there on Monday as a new upper level low over, say, central and northern New South Wales. However, most of the activity will have cleared through southeast Queensland and those areas, and that's when we look for the east coast low to develop on the southern side, generating those extra heavy rainfall, strong to damaging winds, and that sort of thing. Let's pick up the system here through southern Queensland on Saturday morning. What we're looking for is the winds coming. These are low-level winds coming together here. So through southwest Queensland down into northern New South Wales there on Saturday. We have the surface trough generating rain areas and storms. As we progress into, excuse me, Saturday afternoon, you can see activity starting to increase, or the wind starting to increase here through southwest Queensland, and that's what we'll start to look for. By Sunday morning at 4 a.m, now models are holding this quite well for a surface low to develop over the eastern Maranoa and Warrego, western Darling Downs region. You can see it there spinning up to 50 knots, 100k an hour just above the surface there, wrapping into a low. What this would do is generate areas of heavy rain through southern inland Queensland parts. Obviously over here on the coast we're going to get bashed with some heavy showers coming through. And then as we progress into Sunday afternoon, the low tracks down into northern New South Wales, but the trough attached to the top of it pushes into the south, in eastern Queensland and southeast Queensland. You can see the trough coming down there from the north. So that's where we'll get our areas of enhanced rainfall, most likely on Sunday afternoon at this stage. Obviously, as things change, we'll amend forecasts and change with them. Let's pick the system up here again, and we'll have a look at New South Wales briefly. That's the system there on Sunday morning in southern inland Queensland. There again, Sunday afternoon, southern inland Queensland. You can see the low. Look at these winds drawing in there along the New South Wales coast. They're really starting to rip in from the east and the north, so that would start to generate areas of heavy rain as well. Interesting, as we shift into Monday morning, we have the east coast low developing here pretty much bang on over Sydney there, and it does extend into another low, or just basically a trough line into central inland parts of New South Wales, with, especially on the southern side, you get very, very strong winds drawing in from the ocean and converging in, so heavy rain there through central inland parts and the ACT. Unlike the other system, we've seen it tilted the other way, where it was from very, very much so from the northeast to the southwest. This system's tipped the other way. It's from the northwest to southeast. So anywhere to the north of that gets a fair clearance where southwesterly and westerly winds push through with drier air. Doesn't hang around. It tends to develop and then pushes through to the east. It doesn't drag down the coast because it's on the wrong tilt, if you like. So we'll move over to Monday afternoon, and you can see the east coast lows definitely developed by then on the GFS model to the east of Sydney. So that means anywhere areas south of Newcastle down the New South Wales coast and adjacent would be getting bashed with strong winds, damaging surf and heavy rain. Potential flooding there on Monday. And obviously these things will change, but at the moment we're looking at fairly good model agreement for that scenario. Move over here to the EC model. I'll just briefly show you that. Excuse me. Still coming off the flu. Over here we've got the low pressure system, which is developing through southern inland parts of Queensland on Sunday. Okay, so we do have model agreement with this low, and then it tracks down in to be off Sydney on Monday. So that's the stuff we're looking at here. Basically starting Saturday out further southwest Queensland, moving across during Saturday and Sunday through our neck of the woods up here. So that's about all I've got to show you guys. Obviously, we'll nail down on forecast once these computer models start to become a little bit more agreed upon. But at the moment, there's definitely a widespread rainfall event forecast for this weekend across large parts of Queensland and New South Wales. Now, I will mention potential flash flooding through inland parts of Queensland at this stage with that position of that surface low spinning up, and then potential areas of flash flooding for southeast parts of New South Wales with that east coast low developing. All right, there'll be things to watch out for. You can head over here to Higgins Storm Chasing and support us by subscribing and becoming a member. That's where we offer 365-day forecasts to our members right across Australia, not just Queensland, New South Wales, like many people ask. And we produce our own maps over there. You'll see them throw up on Facebook occasionally, but they're quite detailed and more descriptive over here if you subscribe for $27 a year, guys. All right, thanks for watching. We will come back again during the week and keep a close eye on this system. The rain will be welcome. The flooding won't if it occurs, but obviously many people will welcome further rainfall activity. All right, stay safe, guys. Keep an eye out on further forecasts and warnings from all agencies that you can get your hands on, not just us. Thanks for watching.